Good morning, afternoon and evening, my crazies, and my name's Angela and I'm the Crazy Poppy Lady, and I'd like to welcome you back to another episode of a Throwback Friday, and this one is number 40. Right, so today I've decided I'm not going to put in one of the Sunday episodes. I'm going to put something else in from during the week, as they were getting a bit long, aren't they? So here we go. This is the very first video up today for you, and it is a cotton review, a size comparison. So this one I made, and I did actually find a really interesting when I did it, because I've not had a lot of experience with cottons and different cotton thicknesses at that point, and still at this point I haven't done a great deal of work with cotton. So here we go. I'll let you have a look and see what you think. Good morning, afternoon and evening, everybody. My name's Angela and I'm the Crazy Poppy Lady. Right, so today I wanted to show you the difference between the two frogs that I've had on show over Christmas 2020, and what yarns I used, or should I say what cotton I used to achieve the effect. Now, both of these frogs, I used exactly the same pattern. The only variations in it were the choice of the yarn and of course the hook size that I had to use to give the best look. Right, so let's start with our little frog. Now for our little frog I used the Audi range of cotton. Now this came in a box of 70 odd colours. There is no instructions on it. There is no cotton size. All I can tell you is that it is extremely thin. Alright, so all I can tell you is that it is extremely thin. There we go. If it was I'm thinking it's possibly a 1 or a 2. Very thin, very similar to a sock type yarn. Now, it's a bit of a shame I can't tell you much more than that. Now, when I made him, I was using 1 strand of this and I believe a 2mm hook. Right, next up is the giant frog. Now, I didn't have 2 different types of cotton for this one in the 2 different colours needed, so the base of his body and anything that's green basically, I used this Signet Whopper cotton. Now this stuff is immense and thick. I'll give you a closer look in a minute because I've got some that's off to one side, and I will tell you all the details as well. But for my frog I ended up using the Whopper cotton for his legs and body, and then I used the same hook and 2 strands of Aran that I ran through to try and get the same size here. It is slightly different. I have had to modify it a little bit, but nothing major. And then, of course, because this is going to an adult, I put on the biggest eyes I possibly could. I'll write down here what size they are once I've gone back upstairs to have a look. Right, so as I've said to you, I don't know a great deal about cotton. These are pretty much the first things I've made using cotton within the Amigurumi range. And I don't know whether this yarn, like the Whopper, is actually meant to be used for amigurumi or what. All I know is this one was labelled amigurumi, so that's what I'd used that time. So what I've done is I've pulled out a Lily's sugar and cream, because I know quite a lot of people in other countries are able to get hold of this one, especially if you're over, say, in America. Sorry, not too sure about Australia, because I've only ever been to one yarn shop once. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you all of these up against each other so you can see the size comparison and how many strands and things like that. Now, as I said, I have got the Whopper cotton leftovers, which I'd rather pull apart and use rather than the full ball that I have just taken off screen. Right, so with the Audi's cotton, let's try and find the end. There we go. Right, so we have got, oh, that one there, and where is yours? Alright, so as you can see very quickly that all three of these are extremely different sizes. Right, so with the Aldi cotton, you'll see that there is 6 strands of cotton there. Now that cotton is the same thickness as sewing thread. Now with the sugar and cream there was only 4 strands of cotton, but as you can see those strands of cotton, 2 of those would make up one of the Aldi. Come on camera. Right, there we go. So as you can see 2 of those strands of cotton would make up 1 strand of the Aldi. And then on to this monster. Now this monster is, that's all I can call it, is monstrous. There are, right, so with the Whopper cotton there are 10 strands of cotton within it. Okay, so 3 of those would make up the same thickness as the sugar and cream. Right, so as you can see these are absolutely monstrous. Now I've worked with both of the greens, as you know. With the Aldi green it was prone to splitting, and I didn't have a very fun time working with it because I couldn't keep to my normal speed. I had to slow it down. Now on occasion with the Whopper cotton I did get caught. Come on camera. There we go. With the Whopper cotton I did get caught, but in all fairness that was me being a bit of a twit, and that was me going, oh, I can do this whilst watching telly and not looking at my project, because I felt confident that the thickness meant I would be able to feel absolutely every stitch. And where in fact, yes, I could feel the stitches, yes, I could work out where to place them, but because of the 10 strands of cotton rolled within it, there was on occasion a looser one where it unravelled a little bit, and I would just catch that as I was working, so don't look too close at Big Frog. But other than that, I'm sorry, I can't tell you anything more than that in regards to which cottons to use for amigurumi or anything like that. It's just a preference. So for me, I did like working with this Aldi's yarn, and it made a really cute little guy. Okay, but size wise I do like working with the Whopper cotton because it made a massive project. The only difference being it's with cotton, there's no elasticity within the yarn. You have to keep your tension quite tight. If you don't keep your tension tight, then your stitches don't look as neat. So because of that, working with cotton for amigurumi is a lot tougher on your hands. So definitely take regular breaks. Don't just try and knock out an amigurumi in an hour. Right, so a little update on these 2 cottons. Now the Whopper cotton is now no longer made, which is an absolute pain in the posterior, because I think it's absolutely brilliant for amigurumi, so that you can upsize a project. So that, I'm sorry to say, is not available at this moment in time, but fingers crossed they might bring it back if enough of us kick off. And as well as that, the Aldi yarn only comes up once every blue moon on their yarn events. They may still have a box or 2 left over from a yarn event way back when. So if you're in the UK, it's definitely worth having a quick look if you like that cotton. There is a lot of colours within that box, and you get was it 2 balls of each colour. And the next video up today is a cheeky happy mail, and this one came from our gorgeous Corinne, who is Amigurumi Ninja. Today I have got a happy mail for you. Now, for you, or I should say for me, it arrived earlier on in the post. Now I found out about this one arriving to me today, and I found out yesterday from our gorgeous Corinne, the Amigurumi Ninja. Now she is a sneaky cheeky monkey, because she decided that she was in a happy mood the other week as she found a really cool deal online, and decided to share out the love and send some over to me rather than telling me about it. Cheeky monkey. Well, anyway, the package has now arrived, and I am looking forward to opening this one because it is 2 mystery bags.
of yarn, and there is 1,000 grams, I believe. Yeah, 1,000 grams per bag. So it's not a small parcel, and not by a long shot. It has been sent from Llandudno. Okay, and it is a 2 kilogram parcel. That is all I can really tell you off of the cover note and letter, apart from my address, and you ain't getting that. It's bad enough I gave it to her. She's dangerous. Love you, Corinne. Right, so I've pulled off some tape in the hope that I would be able to open it, because as you can see, it's proper squidged in there, and I've got a hole, but the problem is there is no internal bag inside this bag. So of course, if this had given way in the post, it would have exploded everywhere. Poor delivery drivers wouldn't have known what to do, would they? But thankfully it didn't. So let's just rip into it. It's got to be the easiest way to do it, isn't it? Right, so I can see some stripies. Okay, so I'm not going to tell you how many I've got of each, because at this moment in time I know nothing, because I did. Alright, so we have got in here, it's called a Blue Day Home, and it's a monocolour, I believe German, I don't know, because there's a really weird word on there. It is 100% polyester, and there'll be some other details. That is Pip trying to get into the bag to nick the sellotape I pulled off. Sorry for the noise. Pip squeak, pack it in. Pip, leave. Watching you, woman. Right, so here we go. Here is the very first colour. Oh, let's give you a second. Let me set this up a little bit better. Right, so the first one out of the bag was this one. There we go, there's a name there, and that is what it looks like. Now these are little 500 gram balls. So I can see there's a few more in the bag. So let's have a look. Got one there. Yep, still the same. 3. There's sparkly. And number 4. I think that may be all of them. We'll find out, won't we, when we get to the end. Okay, so next one I'm pulling out, okay, is a Sashka Lurex. Okay, now this is 100 grams again. Now the price tag says €1.19. There we go. I don't know if it's catching the sparkles. Come on, catch the sparkles. Yep, there is some sparkles there that you can see. It's pretty cute, isn't it? Right, again, that is 100 grams. And I'll give you all the details to that one in a bit. So there's one of those. Feel another one. Nope, can't see anymore. So there's 2 of them ones. Alright, soldier, you're going to have to wiggle over. There we go. Right, then we got the Majestic DK. This again is 800 grams. This is in quite a nice lilac. Yeah, the light purple. Yeah, I'm on colours. Kick it in. Oh, that's come out quite nice. There we go. So there is 2 of those that I can see. Okay, now I'm pulling from the other side for a little bit. And right, I'm going to have to give up on that light. It's just not playing fair today. Right, so let's get back to the one that it was. It is the Soft Melange. I know I'm probably completely and utterly mullering that name. But it's by Zeeman. I believe again that is going to be a €1.99 for 100 gram ball. As I said, I will give you all the details and a closer look in a bit once I manage to get all this downstairs and under the other camera. Don't fall over. Oh dear. Right, okay, the next one I'm going to go for is So I'm just clearing out to see if I can match any up. Okay, we have got the Majestic, which is the DK, and this one's colour doesn't have a colourway. The problem is I really like this colour. Excuse me, child interruption. Noisy child. Alright, so the next one up is the Majestic double knitting. Now this is a really nice taupe, I believe the colour would be. I haven't come across any numbers or colour coding for it, which is a bit of a shame. There is something to the side here which is like a very faded number, but other than that I can't really tell you anything more, but I really like this shade. Right, it's like a teddy bear nose colour if you're doing like a darker teddy bear in Aragorumi. Right, next one up, brooch. Aha, this is a colour 321. Again, this is the Majestic. It is a bright pink. There we go. I can't think of the bird. You know the bird that stands on one leg? Flamingo. That colour. Is that pink? That one. Alright. Okay. Now I've noticed a pattern here. There's pretty much 2 of every colour. So as I'm pulling them out, I'm trying to match them up. This is where I find out with the last couple of balls I'm a bit wrong. But anyway, we'll find out. Now this is the next one out was the Tivoli, a blockbuster double knitting. And there we go. There is the name there. Now this is shade 618. This is quite a nice bright yellow. It's not really showing overly bright, but I can show you what I mean in a second, because I also got a powder yellow, or what I would call a light or powder yellow. Now the shade number on that one is a 573. So can you see the difference there between the 2 shades for brightness? Right, so let's put these double ones back. Don't you dare, pink, stay put. Right, so as I said, I've got 2 of these ones too. I'm running out of room. There we go. Ah, finally there's a note. Right, but let's get then, oh wow, this is proper different. Okay, this is Jarrow Ruffles, and it's double knitting. This one is a 92% acrylic, 8% polyamide, but it's a very weird, a bubbly one. It's got like little mini loops on it, as you can see that. And now this one is 100 grams again, and the shade is a 203, and there's 2 of those. How you work with that one. I'm going to have a look, see if Crystal at Bag a Day's got anything. She's my font of knowledge for quite a bit. Right, and the very last one is a basic acrylics by Rico. The colour is, okay, I'm not sure, it's a number here, but we've got 2 different codes. We've got 010 or 73 and 97. So it's going to be one of those, and it is a very dark blue. That's making it pop on the camera. And there is 2 of those. So, and that was what was in the bag. Okay, the note says a present from Corinne. The Aragorumi Ninja. They didn't put that in, Corinne. They put your last name on instead, bless. Now, as I said, I spoke to Corinne, and Corinne said that basically this is the equivalent to 2 of their mystery bags. I will put a link down below to the website so that you can have a nose as well. Now, I had a quick nose yesterday, and the price of these mystery bags were really pretty good. And comparing them to where else I normally get my mystery bags from, they came out good as well. So now I know what you're getting in them. I might end up having to order some more, Corinne. You are so bad sending me to that site, or at least show me what I could get from that site when I go back to that site. Oh, I'm all confused. All right, I'm going to now switch off the recording from up here. I'm going to run downstairs with all this lot and show you it closer up.
Right, here we are downstairs. Sorry for any noise. The family are now moving around because school's finished and so's work. Right, so I'm going to get through these ones as quickly as I can for you. Right, so here we go. Here is the Monaco colour Belle de Home. It's a 50-gram ball. Now they've got them priced up at $1.99 on the label. On the website they are this price. I'm just going to write it on when I find it. Right, I'm guessing that they're saying here it is a 3.5 to a 4mm hook. It's 100% polyester as a guess. Right, so the care instructions are: wash at 40, do not tumble dry, do not iron. Okay, now there is no colour coding on here as such, but I have found the right name on the website, so I will place that along the side. Yarn number 2 is the Sashka Lurex. Okay, this is a 100-gram ball. And this is from the Netherlands. It's a wash at 30, do not tumble dry, do not iron, probably lay flat to dry. Needle size is a 4 to a 4.5. It's 3% Lurex. There is 22 meters per 100 grams. And this one was made in Turkey. Right, manual focus it is. Right, it's the Jarrell Raffles. It's double knitting. 92% acrylic, 4% polyamide. Machine wash, hand wash, and it's warm. Minimum wash 40 Celsius. Rinse cold, short spin, and do not wring. A cool iron under dry cloth. Cool tumble dry. Dry cleaning and do not bleach. And they're saying that your hook size we're going to be needing to use is a 4mm. Okay, now this one is a shade 203. It is a very nice, a light green. Next one up is the soft melange. That's how I'm calling it. It's Mel and Ange. And it's by Zeman. Let's scoot round. Thank you, every language bar English. Right, okay, it is wash at 40, do not tumble dry, do not iron. There is 100 grams, it's 282 meters and a 4 to 8 on the hook or needle. There is it's 100% acrylic. Okay, and there is no colour lot information that I can see offhand. Right, so our next one up is the Throwback. It's the Blockbuster double knitting. Now the care instructions for this are wash at 40. You can iron, and they're saying a UK 4 on the crochet hook. Cold rinse, short spin and do not wring. It's 100% acrylic. There is 100 grams. And it's approximately 300 meters. Now the shade on the brighter of the two yellows is 618. Next up is again the Throwback Blockbuster double knit, and the care instructions are exactly the same as the last one, and the shade on this one is 573. Now this is a very nice light yellow, as you can see when you put them together. So I think those two work really nice together actually. Hi, and then there was the Basics by Rico design. It's the first time I've ever had a Rico design actually. Right, so this one is 100 grams, that is 310 meters. It's 100% acrylic, wash at 30. It's a hand wash jobby again. It's a lay flat to dry, do not tumble dry, do not iron, and certainly don't spin it. Right, so it is a hook size 4. And let's have a nose for the colour. There we go. As I said earlier on in the video, I'm not too sure which code it is, whether it is the 010 or the 7397, but any of you that use Rico will be able to tell me in the description box below. Right, now our next set out, I'm going to do them as the set because they are all the majestic and the colours are showing up beautifully on screen. These are pretty much what they look like to me. So our first one out is the very nice, a very bright pink. Okay, now they are all a wash at 40. Again, do not iron, do not tumble dry. There is 100 grams. They're all made in Turkey and you're using a 4mm hook. Now the colour for this one is 321. Then for the purple / lilac, I'm going to call it lilac or whatever. The colour lot number for that one is 314. And then the last one, which I absolutely adore, and I use this one actually for teddies and I've not been able to find it in stock anywhere, is the colourway. I'm not going to tell you, you evil toe rags. Okay, there is a very faint stamp here that says 129. So hopefully that is our colour lot there, 129. I'm off in search to see if I can find it again somewhere else. Right, so those were all of the yarns that our Aragurumi Ninja sent me this time in the mystery boxes. There is tons and tons and tons.
Or each colour. So there was 200 grams of the black and white stripe, and then as you can see 200 grams of the rest of them. I'm going to be crocheting like a crazy for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks. Thank you ever so much, Corinne. Wow, that happy mail, Corinne, you definitely spoilt me on that. I have used some of it, not all of it, and it's hiding in the cube behind Max at the moment. But looking at it now, I've started throwing out a couple of ideas bouncing around in my head as to what I can use some of that yarn for. So fingers crossed at some point I'll be able to get to it and use it up. Right, that's it for today's episode. I hope you liked looking back at these 2 videos that I chose for you. Right, I'm going to head off now. I will see you all really soon. So if you can, please stay in and definitely stay safe. Ta-ra for now, everybody.